Hey guys, welcome back to Contest Prep University. I'm Joe Klemczewski with our guest, Dr. Kori Propst, health psychologist, who's helping us understand body dysmorphia, body image, all of the psychological elements that can really trip us up moving in and out of contest seasons. And Kori, we set up the whole series talking about what body image is and ended talking about the fact that it's layered and we should probably think of it in more complexity than just objectification. But if we don't do that and we just stick to those binaries I mentioned, we end up dysmorphic. We end up always thinking there's a good place to be and everything else is bad. So explain to us exactly, maybe clinically, what body dysmorphia is and how to stay away.
How to stay away. Well, we need a lot of awareness first to notice what we're thinking and how we're thinking about it and what type of relationship we're engaging in with our bodies. But body dysmorphia, Joe, it's a preoccupation with perceived flaws in appearance or extreme reactions, almost obsessive compulsive reactions to physical imperfections. And these are perceived physical imperfections because oftentimes someone else would look at us and be like, I don't see what you're seeing. I don't know what you're talking about. And I think we see this a lot in physique competitors in particular, where if I'm the competitor, I'm fixated on this one body part and bringing it up or making it more muscular or getting that one area like much, much leaner. There's too much body fat on it. Everyone watching will probably relate to those words or phrases because they've said them a lot during their own preps. But the symptoms, Joe, you're not going to be diagnosed with body dysmorphia unless this has occurred over a longer period of time. And the symptoms come and go in intensity, but the person's focus can shift from body part to body part. And with physique competitors, that often happens depending on where they are in their prep and the changes that they're seeing in their bodies, that preoccupation is going to shift. Now, typically with body dysmorphic disorder, it's areas of the face. So the skin, the hair, acne is a big thing, wrinkles. And it's interesting because as I've read more and more about it, I see a lot of individuals, and it's not surprising, but interesting, competitors, because the sport is so focused on appearance, even though it's mostly from the neck down that you're being judged, facial beauty too, for the female competitors is a component of the judging criteria, unless it's changed since I was involved.
And that's not sexist at all, right?
Right, exactly.
We'll only judge the women on how they look.
I always said, we should put paper bags over our heads. Yeah. Like, why are we being judged on this? It's wrong. I believe it's wrong. Yeah. But other special areas of concern, I guess you could say, would be, and you're going to notice that this is a lot of what competitors do. We're extremely self-conscious, for example, about physical appearance. We're excessively engaged in like gathering information about the best ways to do something or change our appearance. We're repeatedly touching or grabbing different parts of ourselves. I'm laughing, but it on our psyches and with our relationship with our bodies, it's dangerous and harmful. We're always like picking and kind of prodding different areas to feel whether we're losing body fat in those areas. I know a lot of female competitors, especially, who are getting a lot of filler in their faces to try to make themselves look younger. And, we're getting implants and things like that to change our bodies because they're not good enough. And then there are other components that don't necessarily have to do with the body. These are more psychological and social and relational, but you hear a lot of the same things happen with body dysmorphic disorder as would occur with an eating disorder, where, you know, the individual is neglecting different areas of their life, their social life, work suffers, family relationships suffer, their personal health and their well-being suffers, because of how preoccupied and fixated they are on perfecting this one thing, or changing or shifting, or in the case of bodybuilding, chiseling, toning, making more muscular these different areas of the body. But frequent checking, I mean, how many times do physique competitors look in the mirror to see if anything's changed? And you know, as they're walking by window shopping, they're checking out their appearance in the reflections of windows. Some people will avoid mirrors altogether because they're obsessively disgusted by certain parts of themselves. But yeah, those are some of the big
Yeah,
things.
you mentioned when it becomes a hindrance to other parts of your life. And I've heard a lot of counselors and psychologists talk about that's when you know you've crossed a line into, quote, addiction or obsession or you know, a disorder. So it's one of the places that we're definitely going to park and chat about in the next couple episodes. So great introduction to what exactly body dysmorphia is, Kori. And for those of you guys watching, listening, as I said, we're gonna really start picking apart some of the things that you may need to be aware of and need to know to check your own behavior. And we'll wrap this whole thing up in a couple episodes talking about how to make sure you are not trapped in this mire of dysmorphia. So we will see you guys next time in Contest Prep University.